Your self-concept is shaping everything: your confidence, your self-esteem, your relationships, your success. So what is self-concept? It's actually not this abstract idea. It's actually quite simple, and it's something that I got very clear on in the last few years, and it's really enhanced all areas of my life, and I want that to happen to you. It's the foundation of how you show up in every aspect of your life. It influences the energy and how you speak, how you show up, how you present yourself, how you style yourself, and how you see yourself. The best part of self-concept is that you have control over it. You have the power to transform it. And I'm going to show you how to step into your most magnetic, radiant self and how to cultivate and create your self-concept. But first, we got to do a couple of things. You can't just bring on a new persona, bring on a new identity. You have to be able to release, to eliminate. You can't just like bring in brand new clothes when your wardrobe is like, I mean, you can, definitely you can do that. But if your closet is jam-packed full, you don't have any space, any room for the new clothes to come in. I mean, of course, there's other ways, but you don't have any room or any space. So you have to eliminate. You've got to release the old. And so what that means is letting go of anything that you identify and that you have the identity of your old self. Before you can add to your self-concept, you have to subtract. Less. Release, release, release. Repeat that. And this isn't just physical items. This is eliminating the patterns, the habits, and beliefs that don't align with who you want to be, who you're creating, who you're becoming. For example, when I had acne, I picked my acne compulsively. I know that's a big no-no, but I would pick it, I would try to squeeze it, I would do all the things. One day I decided I am a woman who does not pick her skin. I'm a woman that does not pick her acne. I do not do this anymore. This is a nasty habit. It's actually just making things worse. And so I stopped. I stopped doing that. And that single shift changed my self-concept. We're changing our self-concept every single day with little things. And guess what? You can decide if you want to go towards a more negative path with your self-concept or if you want to design your self-concept. You want to create the self. And the more that I embody the self-concept, embody the habits, the patterns that I want to become, the more that I shape the reality of me becoming the woman that I'm meant to be, becoming her, becoming the most magnetic, gorgeous, radiant, smart, successful, wealthy woman, whatever, insert whatever you desire for yourself, person. Like I said, what is self-concept? Self-concept is how we see ourselves. It's the way that we think, we talk, we perceive, we act, we react, and see our own being. For the longest time, I could barely look at myself. I could barely look in the mirror, see myself. I remember going to a retreat with some friends in the woods, and one of the things was we had to look in the mirror for 5-10 minutes and look in our eyes and tell ourselves that we're beautiful. And looking and staring into that mirror was one of the most excruciating things for me to do in that moment. I felt so much fear, so much shame, so much not enoughness in that moment. And I had to push through that edge. I had to get comfortable with looking at myself. And I know that I'm saying looking at myself, and I'm not saying like looking at yourself. I mean like really seeing yourself and knowing yourself. Knowing what your nose looks like, knowing what your shoulders are, knowing how you carry yourself, like really having that self-awareness. When I looked in the mirror, there was a lot of self-hatred that came through and that I would see in that mirror and in that self-concept. So I avoided looking at myself in the mirror, and I did not like to see myself. But in the last few years, my self-concept has quantum leaped. For me to even just come on this video and to be connecting with you on YouTube to thousands, millions of people all over the globe, that was a stretch. That was something I had to work on and I had to get comfortable with. And that old self-concept of who I was couldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. My personal journey with self-concept is when I made the decision to start looking at myself, start seeing myself, start noticing myself, things started to change. And then I could make tweaks. I could make changes. Like I mentioned, I struggled with acne for a really long time. I would just avoid it and not look at it, not look in the mirror, not notice it. It's not there. But then when I started to look at it and see it and be like, okay, can I use this cleanser? Should I use this type of product? Okay, I definitely need to drink more water. I started to recognize the things that I needed to do to eliminate the old pattern, the old past me with a ton of acne. And then I get to see the new me that doesn't have it, that has clear, clean habits that support a clear, glossy, dewy skin, whatever the desire, whatever I'm desiring to have, right? And so I had to make those changes in order to become the self-concept of having clear skin. I started to notice how I walked into a room, how I presented myself, how my shoulders rested, how I was changing things up. And I liked the changes. They were positive. To really see myself through the lens of way less criticism, more self-love, more acceptance, more joy, and more beauty. When I began to embody a stronger self-concept, naturally confidence follows. And here's the thing, when your self-concept is strong and intact, you give permission for others to do the same. This isn't some selfish thing. This is actually self-led. This is actually something that you are guiding and helping people to. You become a magnet for all good things, for relationships, success, for health, because your self-concept is there. Your self-concept is strong. And like I mentioned, you have to eliminate first, and then you get to build, then you get to create. And the lies that society, maybe past friends, maybe even parents tell you about self-concept. How many times have you been told, oh, you're conceited, oh, you're self-centered, oh, maybe, all you think about is yourself, sort of thing. And that is a complete BS, because they don't want, whoever they is, they don't want you to love yourself unconditionally, because then they are powerless over you. When you have that power, when you have that drive, when you have that knowing that I am my self-concept, I'm hot, I'm sexy, I got this, I make a ton of money, I'm happy, I have great relationships, I help others, whatever, the list is, whatever you're desiring for yourself, when you have those self-concepts intact, you are not controllable. People can't push you down or say things. Okay, I'll give you guys an example. So I have a pretty estranged relationship with my brother. And my whole life, he has been, and I'm sure he could say the same thing, but he has been rude to me, obnoxious, I unfortunately just cannot have that good relationship with him. And last summer, I went over and we were having dinner with my family, just sitting down. And he started yelling at me and screaming at me at the dinner table at a restaurant. And a couple years ago, I would have taken that. A couple years ago, I would have been like, yeah, I can't believe it, or I need to fix it, I need to make it better. My self-concept has changed so much where I was like, who are you speaking to like that? Who are you raising your voice at? I have nobody in my life, nobody in my circle that yells at me. Yes, I get into arguments and disagreements with people, but never yelling, never raising their voice, never screaming. And so I literally was like, I told him at the dinner table, how you spoke to me was completely unacceptable, and I do not appreciate it, and I do not accept it. This is not in who I am. This is not my self-concept. I'm not sure how he responded to that, and that's not beside the point. But the thing is, who you are as this strong, magnetic, gorgeous, however you want to see yourself and perceive yourself that is who you are. And if others try to treat you differently, it is baffling. You're just like, wait, what? Wait, what? You're very confused on it. So take pride in your selfish actions and your conceitedness and your, she thinks she's all that. I want you to be that. I desire that for you, because you love yourself, you value yourself, you respect yourself, and your self-concept is strong. It's on lock, it's confident, it's hot, it's magnetic, baby. Here's how you can start enhancing your self-image today and for the rest of the year. This is something you create by design, and you can constantly tweak it and refine it and change it and try new things. Be like, okay, I didn't like that. I really like this. Do all the things, right? Step 1, focus on what you like. Find one characteristic about yourself that you like and enhance it. Talk about it, celebrate it. Maybe it's your smile. Like for me, I love my smile. Maybe it's your creativity. Maybe it is the way that you style yourself or the way that you compliment others, or, maybe it's your lips, or maybe it's your eyes. Or I giggle because I have a friend that's like, I love my boobs. And I love that she loves her boobs. And every time I think about self-concept, I think about her loving her breasts and just loving up on her heart. I'll say that. She just loves up on her heart. Eliminating the self-talk. Okay, this is easier said than done, but eliminating one negative thought at a time. Oh, I'm not enough. Oh, that's a big one, but I'm not enough. Okay, where do I feel like I'm not enough? Okay, how can I start to build this? How can I tweak it, throw it away, grab it, lock it, throw it away? Eliminating things one at a time. And then the third, celebrate your uniqueness. This is so beautiful. It's so personalized to you. You are so different in how you show up and how you speak and how you present yourself. So if you can be that self and constantly be that self and celebrate it, you're going to freaking move mountains. Because when you know your unique attributes and you celebrate your unique attributes, people will notice. And then also people will sometimes want to pay for the thing that you have. And you could be like, if you're like a fitness influencer or a fitness instructor, you have this strong abs and you love your abs and you celebrate the way that you have your abs in your body. People would be like, damn, look at her go. I want her abs. I want to celebrate my abs like her. So I'm going to pay her. So know that when you do dive into your self-concept, people are going to want to celebrate you as well. When you step into a powerful self-concept, everything changes, baby. Everything. Your relationships, your success, your actions, your energy, your habits, everything changes. You stop chasing and you start attracting, which is always fun. We love doing that here. And your self-concept can be a fun thing. Like I said, it's something you have control over. So go out there, play around. I love going to consignment stores or going to thrift stores and like trying on a couple things, like items, and maybe you want to try on a certain type of purse or a blazer, or you want like a fake fur scarf. Like allow yourself to be playful with it, because when you're playing and when you're having more fun, it actually sticks. It actually stays. So allow yourself to have that fun. And self-concept is a journey. It is not about perfection. It's about progress and it's about discovery. And you will start to discover so many parts of yourself that perhaps you put away or you never even knew existed. So I want you to go and play and play and play. Let me know in the comments below what self-concept, who are you creating? And then also, what are you eliminating? What's the number one habit, negative thing that you're eliminating? So I would love to hear in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me on the Magnetic Online Leaders podcast. This was all about your self-concept and how to enhance it. I can't wait to see what you create in the new year, who you become, and you are so magnetic. Love you.